Oh, good morning. I'm gonna put my lights on. Be right here. So I've seen that we cannot trade gold at the moment on prop firms. So that means that gold and silver will have a nice movement again. So what a trade yesterday. Okay, let's go over yesterday's movement. I'll take a look at the market in a second. What we can do. I had a 7-hour trade yesterday. So that was one beautiful trade. So we started first of all. I believe we went somewhere in this area. I went in, I got stopped back out of it, and I re-entered it on a 5-minute base. So I'll go over it for a second. But I actually explained that yesterday too, while we were here. So I entered it first on this level, and I wanted to actually get out of it, put my stop at break even very fast. And then actually the markets started shifting again. It made a new break of structure right here. And this was actually that movement. It's still on the chart even. And I wanted to enter it on this little part right here. So I entered it on a 5-minute value gap above that 50 level. So we have that 50 level right here. I entered it above it. This was that tap. Dr. Wu actually asked at that point us, did I re-enter it? But we were down here at that point, and I did not want to enter it below that 50 level. Once I saw that we came and we tapped it again, I entered it manually actually, and that was just after I got offline. And then the market actually flushed down. I actually closed the books right here because otherwise I probably would have got out at break even. I just left my stop, and the market actually, damn, the market went down nicely. I actually put it on the 1 hour where I actually said also to everybody else to take full TP. So there was 1 hour for value gap just below here. I wanted to take it above it to make sure that I was definitely in it because I was not behind the charts. And actually, I should not even put it just put it to full thing. That would have been that would have been done for the next 2 months for trading. But that was one big movement downwards. We did not made a new break to the downsides. We actually made equal lows, or as good as equal lows, you can say. And we are on, yes, yeah, we're back in our range. So we're still ranging. Nothing happened. Look at this. We're again in that range part, so we're still going sideways, guys. So nothing's happening. The market is still making liquidity. We're still just moving from left to right. Keep that in mind. As long as we're doing this, we could do this for a while. Okay, now let's set out everything. I'll take a look where we're at. Still need to journal that trade because I was not online yesterday. Okay, so we hit a 15-minute for value gap right now. We came to the lows, we came into one, we shifted back up. We made a change in character to the upsides. We're holding, so there is a possibility that we go further up right now. Be taking liquidity. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's. I probably will not take a trade today, just because of this trade yesterday. I know a little bit of myself already. If I do this twice after a road, that's just less good for myself. Well, this looks like the market will go up. If the market goes up, we will tap this gap right here. So if the market is retesting this movement, so we should go back to that 50 level. So that's about this level. So anything in this area would be a nice short from back down once the market is shifting. So for me, what I see right now, so we made a shift, a structure right here. So we had an infinite candle. We are tapping a 1 hour for value gap, so we hold a little bit longer. And now the market is slowly shifting back up. So we are aiming for that 50 level. So we're going back to fair value of price right now. Let's see where it brings us. So any small retracement would be a nice indication that we can jump into it, take a long off of it. That's my main idea right now. We took out equal highs right here. So we did take out liquidity on a 15-minute base. We don't have anything else where we can retrace to. We already taken out the opening gap. Set out Asia low. Yeah, for me, this is looking like it's aiming for that 50 level right now. Yeah, if anybody was going to trade, I would take a long right here. That would be the main idea that I see that can happen. Let me take a look. Do we have news today? Before I continue, we do not have news unless in the afternoon we got ADP, non-farm employment change, and ISM services. We do got some yellow folders, and at 11 we got one orange folders, but that shouldn't do much to the market anyways. Morning, Argent. So this looks like the movement up. Let's see, we came back, we tapped it, so we made a break. We hit that 50 level, and we are continuing right now. So let's see what this market does in a few minutes. Always let it develop a bit so I can see what the market is moving to, especially after it's taken out liquidity. And now I want to see it push through it. If it's not, the only thing that I can see we can take out is Asia low right now. Okay, in the meantime, I'll journal my trade from yesterday too. Not in anything yet. Just looking. Want to take a look if we can enter this. So we got a 30-minute and a 15-minute for value gap laying over each other. So if we could tap this, that would be a great entry point actually. Yeah, if this market starts moving and it keeps going, yeah, that's also fine for me. But this definitely looks like it wants to go to that 50 level. So this was last retracement. Stop should be here. So entry should be below. I'm gonna let this market develop a bit, but it looks like it wants to definitely go up. We probably get at open about 30 minutes a retracement anyways, and I want to see how far that retracement takes us. If we do have this nice retracement, I'll jump in with that retracement and then continue back to at least that fair value of price. And even if we can tap that 62 level, that would be even better. Yeah, this flies, Arjun, this can fly all the way straight to this level, so the only thing that could hold it back is this high. That would be 25,532. That would be the only thing I can see that could hold it. But it already made a retest, a small one. It should actually move up from here. Once it hits 25,502, then we are clear to go to the upside. Then there is nothing actually holding it back to continue further up. The only thing that will hold it is actually this high. So I'm gonna explain also why. This high is actually an important one. So we came down last movement actually, before actually this V shape back out of it. And we tapped this for value gap already with the highs. We made equal highs. And if we break that high, it made a change in character fully to the upside. So that we made actually a break of structure to the upside again. That means that the market will definitely continue there, but for now, it just stopped like 2 points under it. So let's see what it does. If it breaks through that 502 level, we are clear to go up. Make sure that you're aware of open at 9 o'clock. That's the only thing that could maybe at 9 o'clock have a small retest into this for value gap or take out Asia low if it needs that liquidity to push the market higher. Just be aware of that always. At 9 o'clock is always the first volatility from London that comes inside. So in this hourly, you can see the same. So we came into this hourly for value gap, we tapped it, we waited, we hold, we hold, we hold, we came above, we took liquidity right here, and now we're just being patient. If we hit that and it breaks through it, it's going straight for this small void. So that would be that 50 level, and there is nothing holding it back. I want to be patient until I see some form of a bit bigger retracement to be able to enter it. Yeah, if this next minute pushes, that would be great to see. You can definitely see that the candles are not slowing down, so they're actually making them bigger. So they retraced, and this candle looks a bit smaller. This one is a little bit bigger than the previous one. Again, a little bit bigger than the previous one. So if this one is the same size or even like this, that means that the market is definitely showing us its hand, that it has strength in it to the upside. I'm happy for you. You took this week a nice 2 trades, man. Last month was not the best month for me. This month was actually a very good month already. Last month I only made 5 hours, but I believe I know why. It was a very job market and I changed hours. So I only came half the time online and I also changed an hour when I started. So if we hit that, if we can hit 25,447, I'm entering along. So I'm gonna take it from here. I need that 50 level at least to be able to trade off of it. And I don't got a 15-minute for value gap into it. So I don't have a 5-minute right there. So on that 50 level, if we get very close to it and it shifts its hand up, I'll enter it manually, but for now I'm gonna put a limit order in here. On 25,447. Oh. Make it 448. Stops is an hourly low. My target is actually that 50 level. That would be a 4R that we can trade off. We will see if we get triggered in. That's the only thing I can see right now. And this, if this happens, we will see this happen at open. Nice. Good work, Arjun. Yeah, I fully understand, man. Yeah, that could have been on a 5 minutes an adding spot, but like you said, it's not easy to do those takes. Adding is something. If you have nice trades, you don't need to add. Look, you just said I cleared an eval in 9 wins and one not profitable and one break even. So that's great. Did you watch the full course already? In the meantime, yeah, same for me yesterday. That was the reason why I didn't watch the screen anymore. Once this was actually happening, I would probably got stopped at break even right here instead of having the full move down if I was behind the screen. Because we moved in a direction and then we came back actually in the seconds. In another session, normally I was on a different session. I wasn't here, so I did put it in huge letters in my notes or in my journals, so I don't watch sessions anymore. I believe you will be clear to let the market run as high. So we just tapped that level, so we should continue up from here. Looks good. I'm gonna leave that limit order. We will see at open what brings. We got about 21 minutes. If we sweep Asia, that trade one more time. Because I have a feeling the market at least wants to come back to fair value of price or even that 62 level that has a huge 1 hour for value gap too. So if we can just trade it up to that 50 level, that would still be. So 20 minutes, what open does, if open brings and it touches that 1 hour for value gap, I probably will have to move a little bit my Fibonacci tool to the upside because we did retracement. So actually this move is getting higher. So our 50 level is getting up to. So it depends if we stop somewhere here, then we actually get that 50 level exactly at that 15-minute value gap. So then my limit order will move up to that area. It will depend on what happens in the next 20 minutes. So keep that in mind always if you are putting limit orders in and the market continues in a direction without that retracement, that you do have to reposition your 50 level or your fair value of price. I'm gonna see if I still can get myself a drink. I'll be right back, guys and girls. Yeah, indeed. Did you learn something new? Was it interesting? What did you? Yeah, I'm good. One question at a time. Yeah, if the market does not shift down right now, it will continue up. It will not even retrace that open. Now my limit order will probably not get hit, but that's okay. I didn't want to jump in it straight, even though I did see a small 5-minute retracement right here. So this would have been already a clean move up. Did you learn new stuff about the course, Arjun? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy to sit down for 30 minutes and not do anything. Correct. And the funny thing about that actually is, if somebody is watching, well, like the charts, you're also sitting down for 30 minutes and not doing anything. So actually, you're used to doing it, but not with the eyes closed. I'm happy you love it. Did you learn anything about the course too? That was actually that's an additive that we do to the course so that your mental state gets better. Okay. So we got 15 more minutes in this hourly, and this is a strong hourly candle. I'm not sure that we will get that trigger back in. Still I'm okay with my reads, but I need a bit more psychology lessons to relax. Oh yeah, I'm doing something for that. I'm actually making something that you can read. So I'm making some nice. Yeah, that helps, but that's good for adding. So the best loser wins. I'm now actually making myself an educational book about it, but it's 90% actually mindset. It will take a while before this one is finished, but it will be fully psychology, so that you actually believe. Oh, you want to? But now I can find it. Yeah, on mine. Yeah, I know it's in the background. I'll send you a link. It's because I put the audiobooks online and my channel stopped growing. So the algorithm thinks I'm an audiobook present at this point. So I had to stop putting it up because my other playlist stopped getting views. I'll share you. I can share you it. It's still online, but it's not visible for everybody. I'll share you a link right here, but you can always save the link somewhere that you can actually keep listening to it, or just ask me again. Okay, so here's the full list. So this is the playlist. I'll put all the audiobooks in here, but they will not be online for everybody. So if you're here in the chat, you're lucky. You can watch it too. They only gotta go online, and also got a restriction, by the way. I didn't know we were not allowed to do this too. Again, look, we made a nice BOS on a 5 minute. We had a small retracement. You can actually put this like this. Very small retracement back into that 500 for valid cap at a continuation right now. So this looks still amazing. If this continues up. We do got about 10 minutes open, so make sure that you are okay with open, because then the first volatility comes inside after the Asian session. Oh, I'm back on my entry price on Bitcoin, so I'm accumulating Bitcoin right now. So like I said yesterday, I bought it at 77,000 somewhere. My order got locked in. I knew we were going to 74, but I found 77 was a very great price actually. If you manage this from all-time highs to 77, that was a 40% drop of its all-time high, so that was actually a nice entry price for myself. If we drop one more time under this liquidity, so we just taken out the full structure, we took out liquidity right here because we dropped just an inch below it. The maximum that I can see a drop would be 63,000. I don't believe that we will go back all the way to 32,000. I don't see it happening. We did never retest this part, so that's the only thing I don't like about it. because Bitcoin actually almost every time revisits all its lows. The only thing I don't really trust is the institutional people that are behind it. Well, if it retests it, 63,000 would be the max that I see it go to. So if you are interested in buying it, this is a good area if you are willing to be okay with a 16% drop from the area right now. That would be from the tops about 60%, I believe. Yeah, 50% drop. Gold and silver are back up again. You're not allowed to trade it, by the way, on your Topstep account right now. They're losing too much money, the prop firms, on gold and silver. So they don't let you trade it. It's not because of the volatility, it's because they are losing money off it. They just say it's too risky to trade right now, but it's not because of that, it's because people are making too much money off of it. Morning. That's a good idea. I'll try that. I'll try that to put a video from Azul into it. Yeah, I have no idea. Sometimes the algorithm goes great, sometimes it's different. It's just keep doing it over and over again. So you believe we go to 55? That would be a nice indication. If we can hit 55,000, that would be insane, Dr. Who. Yeah, I got a spot order at 64 too. I had one at 77, so I got triggered in yesterday. I got an area right here between 65 and 62. I got a limit order, and I have one more just under here. Oh, that's the same areas that you have actually. That's between 47 and 44. This is my biggest order, but if we don't get there, at least I'm already in from here, so I'm happy. The same from this area. So what did we do? We triggered in around 84 or 88,000. I triggered myself in. I got myself my stop at 89,000. We moved up, and actually I got triggered out at 89, and I got to rebuy about 10% lower. So I was happy with that movement. That made me a 40% profit. So I got about 40% more Bitcoin out of it. So let's see if this movement now moves back up and we get above that 77,000. I'll probably put my stop back at 78,000 and let it ride up, see how far we go. If we do not move up too high and we drop again, I'll probably sell it again and re-enter it again lower. But these areas, I have to just take them. The possibility that we go back up, just take out our liquidity one more time is just the same amount, and that would make yourself a gaining of 15%, of 20%, what that is. If we have a 30% chance in making profit, that's, for me, a very great risk to reward. We got about 5 minutes still open. My limit order is still here, so let's see what open brings. But this looks like it still wants to push at this point. I will put my fib to one more time right now. Make it a little bit less visible. Let's see what it brings. Oh, nice. That's gonna be a nice one. You will not have to be trading anymore. Why are you still trading, Dr. Who, if you're still in the short from 113,000 Bitcoin? Even if that's only like a 2x or 3x, that's like 400, 300%, 400%. Yeah, that must be a clean short. Very happy for you. Let's take a look what ES is doing right now. Yes, as the same. Let's go up. Oh, look, ES is already above that 50 level. Nasdaq is a bit slow today. 3 minutes still open. Let's see if we have a small retracement at open. If we do, we'll probably jump in to continue the long. Unless we see a very hard drop, like say that this is like a 15-minute and it closes at this level and it takes in 3-4 candles, that means that we're going to short it down, of course. It's going to aim for Asia low down. The only reason why I see it can happen is because ES is already at that 50 level or above it. That's the only one that can actually trigger the full market down also. But for now, we're longing, or I would long anyways. I believe this cannot keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is an 11 long trading session that I did not take. I'm not profit. It was all very small profits or 0.1 break evens. Okay, here comes open in about a minute. I'm gonna take my charger of my computer, or I'm not gonna be able to do a lot anymore. Now here it's open. Let's see what it does. I'm leaving my limit order at the moment. We will see in the first 10 minutes how strong this is. If this taps that hourly, we get to that 50 level and we see a 1 minute shift back upside. I'm just going to take that entry on that 50 level. But at this point, I'm leaving it where it is. It will depend on how strong this movement goes. I still believe that the market will want to go up right now. So if it retraces, it can come back, like I said, to this entry level, and then I will take the long off of it. It can even go back to this small gap right here, so it can go back to 25,434. So we will be 30 points in not profit around that area, or about 10, 15 points. But be okay with it. I don't want to take maximum out of it. I just want to be in that trade that we can continue to logs. Stop is the most logical place that we can place it. So we have a 1 hour value gap right here, and this is actually that last stop of it. So if this value gap holds, this is the only place that you should put your stop at that point. This is definitely a 5-minute shift that we have. And exactly again on the point of interest that we start moving in a different direction. So we now hit that 50 level almost. I want to see what happens if we hit it. Because that's one strong candle. Still not doing anything, just being patient. Because that's one strong market. We hit that 50 level. I'm going to put a 1 contract in here. Hope everybody heard that. I'm putting in 1, I put it in 1 contract log. And the rest will be on our limit order. Because we tapped the hourly, and if the market wants to continue, it should be here. So that means that contract from here, I put it off and I put it just here. So my entry will be somewhere in between. But that was a strong candle at this point, so there is a possibility that we get stopped. So just be okay with it. Let it do its thing. So here you can see clearly why the market always tends to come back to fair value of price. And after that tap, you see how strong this reaction is. That's actually what we want to see happening. But normally we prefer to see it happen to like the last 7 minutes that it moves back up. So I'm gonna put that contract back at my entry right now. If this comes down, we probably get triggered in full limit order then. Or this market is just gonna continue moving straight back up. If this comes back down right now, it's gonna go straight for the second level. So I'm gonna put my stop at my entry, just above my entry, like always. Reason why, if the market not continues right here, it will take that limit order and I got a lower entry. And if the market continues, it should not come back. My limit order is still here. My stop is now at this level. I'll take this off to make it a bit easier for you guys to read. London opens at 8 and at 9, so London just opened. So London opens in an hour, and London opened 9 minutes ago. So we're still in opening of London. This is opening candle of London. So FA Omer, London just opened, so it opens at 9 for us, or for my time zone. So I'm 9:10, but this is UTC +1. So if I put it on London, it just opened. I put it in Brussels zone. So if we take London itself, that's 0. So this should be UTC, so it's 8. But in an hour, the next stock market opens. So we have 2 openings actually at London. You will see that there is another volatility in an hour from now, in about 15 minutes. Yeah, this probably will come back down. And this reaction to see what we do. So we came up, we got a reaction back up, we tapped for value gap. So if the market now does not move up in the next 2 minutes, it probably come back. I'll take a bit stuff off the screen because now I'm getting very distracted. Now just let the market do its thing. We will see what happens. So reason for this entry, what I wanted to do it here is because we made a break of structure to the upside. So what do we see? We moved, we retested it, we make a new break. So here we made a break of structure. This was that movement, and I just entered on a 50 base level. Very simple, very easy to follow, very easy to do. So once we swept these highs, this was a break of structure. And then the market comes back to fair value of price, and then it continues. We will see in the next 28 seconds. If this one goes back to the highs, we continue up. Second of all, we came into it 1 hour for value gap 2, so that was a nice retracement of this 1 hour. The same on an hourly base, so we had changing character, we had a retracement off of it into a gap. We had a new break of structure with not huge forces, but enough actually to make it a break of structure. And now we just retested it. Very easy concept. Once you learn what market structure is, this is the easiest way actually to keep trading. The reason why is most of the times you're practically always immediately in profit if the market continues in your direction. This one looks like it wants to continue down, so if it stops me, it stops me. I'm okay with it. And now all we can do is be patient, of course, have some fun. Yeah, that can happen. Better result. It depends actually. The higher time frame is always better. The only thing is that a 50 level is different then. What do I mean by that? Or what do I? Let me take those. Let me make it a bit cleaner. So this is an hourly drop that we had actually. So we made right here a changing character to the downside. It moved, so it came down. And now it's shifting back up. So this movement down is a full move. If the market starts moving back up, this is that 50 level. But if you zoom in, this is a full hourly candle. So you can start shorting the market from here and put your stop up there, or you can be patient until you have a shift. So as long as you don't have a shift, the market could still move up. And I've got stopped a few times just because of I wanted to immediately when this came into that 7-8 level or 62 level start shorting, and was not the smartest idea to do. So I recommend that you do have patience until you see a shift down or a movement in the opposite direction before you start doing this. This is actually why I wanted to short yesterday too. So what did I have yesterday? That was yesterday, right? Yeah, so this is the reason why I wanted to short this level too. So this was the last movement that we did. So this was a break of structure downwards, and this was a retracement of that break of structure that we had. So this was the full retracement back down. Actually, I should have closed below this to be a full break of structure again. So this is now ranging the market because we didn't take out this low and we didn't take out a high. It's starting to range. So this is how you can actually identify what kind of market that we are in. So it needs to take out this low actually before we have a new break of structure to the downside. And because we didn't take out the high, I wanted to start shorting here because we are at the highest point of that interest. So if the market would have taken out this high, that means that we should have longed at that point. We did not, so we started shorting. And that was actually a very great idea. That's just the market structure movement that I followed, that's all. Okay, let me put the stuff back on the screen now. At a higher time frame, you just have to be okay, but it's not always be directly in profit. In a lower time frame, you can actually be pretty fast in profit. Again, for everybody, my entry is just above my entry, what I put at my stop. So if this stock comes back, I'm out at break even at the 0.01 profit actually to pay my fees. But if this keeps moving, I'll take out this limit order too, because I believe we could take out Asia. Then we probably need that liquidity from Asia to continue the market back up. Because I never actually take two trades the same direction immediately. Oh, yesterday, Dr. Wu, I got back in. Like you asked me, did we get back in? But once you asked, that was on a 5-minute base. We were down here. I got triggered back in at that higher point. I'll show you in a minute. So right here, once you came back, I'm not sure from where. We were down here, and I said we made a new break of structure down here on a 5-minute base. And you asked, in this candle, did we trigger back in? And I said, no, I want to see it go above fair value of price. That is here right here. So we came up, we came back to that fair value of price, and then I got triggered back in. I was just after the stream actually that I got triggered in. And I put up my stop at that 5-minute highs then. That was also a 15-minute high. And then I got off screen, luckily, because if I stayed on Scream, I probably would have put it at break even. I got stopped then right here, but I didn't. I just put it on that hourly for value gap, or just above that hourly for value gap, and the market just started flushing down. So that would be probably my entry right now, that we will get hit. That was 11. That came very close. This will definitely stop me out. Or at my break, this looks like it wants to. Yeah. That was it. I'll journal this one before continuing anything. Enter that 0.5. Moved fast back up. And directly back to my entry. That was a 0.601, and we entered it at 9:15 and 9:25. I got stopped. 9:15. And 9:25. I got stopped. Well, I didn't put my. I didn't read. Okay, I got triggered back in. I did remove my manually. I didn't remove my limit orders, so I'm in a log again. Yeah, if this doesn't go correctly, that's my own doing. But that will probably be my stop too. This was not meant to still be on here, but it was still in. I just saw that I didn't take it off, so. Oh well. Yeah, if you're in a short boo, I would take it to Asia low at least. It looks like it wants to do that anyways. That will be -1. Yeah, that was my own mistake. Should not have left that one open. That can happen. See, even after all these years of trading, I still can have. I can still make mistakes. I'm still human too, so yeah. So this is the last point of interest that we could have a change in character, but I don't believe it will. I believe it will just stop, just keep moving. But it actually took out that A. Dr. Wu, if this keeps going, you can take it to this low even. So I would recommend if the market keeps going, and once we reach Asia low, to put your stop at that at 25,408 and keep going actually to full break of structure, because that means actually the market wants to make that break right now. If we get back to that entry level, I'm putting my stop straight to break even. I was not supposed to be in this. A recommendation for anybody that actually does this too, I would recommend to just cancel your trade immediately. I was still journaling and I saw the market already moving in this moving candle. Still very transparent. Anything can happen. Even with me, would just be okay with it. I came very, very close. Yeah, that will be it. That was it. Oh, that was not a smart move for me. That was -1. Forgot to move. Forgot to take off my limit order. Seriously. If this now moves back up, that's not gonna be a funny one. See, even this can happen. So say now that the market moves fully back up and my direction was correctly, this can happen too. That's something that you cannot predict beforehand. Yeah, yes, it's definitely looking downwards too. Okay, 15 minutes. Do we have something we can take? I'll take this off. I got about 30 more minutes. I believe I will not be able to take another trade. I took two, one break, and one -1. I definitely recommend for new people trading always to trade at the same time zone. I'd never change hourlies. I just done that for myself, and I definitely feel the difference. So it took me a while to adapt that we only started at 9. Today I started at 8, and that actually happened again. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you always take the same sessions for yourself so that you get used to the movement of that session. It's very important for yourself to actually be able to know what kind of movement that session has. It's very different. New York session, you can see this was New York session, it flushed down. Asia session was a bit sideways, and then this is now London open. So if you do the same, make sure that you actually have it easier for yourself that way. That's definitely possible. So if we have this kind of movement down, if we get back to that 50 to 60 level, that would be a great short position. Because here we made definitely a change in character, so that would be a retracement, and now we have that continuation. But I do want to see if we short this down. Stops would be that. I do want to have at least a 2.5 R. So this is like a 1.7, a 1.4. I'm not taking 1.4. If we can take it all the way down to the lows, that would be definitely worth it. But to Asia low, it's not worth it. So I do have a rule that I at least want to make 2.5 R out of it. So I full trade because I take partials along the way, and I want to make sure that I at least get 1.7, 1.8 out of it. Just the reason why is my win rate is like 52 to 64%. So I do need to have at least a 1.5 to make profits easy. Otherwise, we'll love to short it. I don't got time to manage this trade, so I have to definitely get off at 10 today. I got some appointments that I have to take care of. For everybody on the stream, is there a way to copy your trades to a prop firm automatically? That's a very good question. I actually have no idea. Let me ask ChatGPT if he knows that. No, copy trading is not allowed on most prop firms accounts. Each account is traded independently. Your own execution and decision making, no automatic or mirror between accounts. Yeah. Prop firms often state no trade copying between accounts, no accounts mirroring or signal replications, one trader, one decision, one process. Yeah, they could actually not allow you to get payouts. Yeah, it needs to be in writing that it's allowed, otherwise it's not possible. Yeah, that would be a nice one. A prop firm is made to make money, so if they allowed that, I believe a lot of people would make a lot of money very fast. But still, you do have to still be okay with the net profits that we make too. This can still trigger something in the brain. We all have felt the emotions and we all know that they are there. Psychology is the number one game in trading. That's why I'm actually I want to write honey IT hacking friends. That would be nice. I believe that was just a liquidity grab that we did. So the next 17 minutes, I want to see how this plays out. If the next 17 minutes, this hourly candle comes all the way back up, we're not dropping again. We definitely needed liquidity. And we were it, actually, or I was it, actually, today. About 5 points. Now this looks very nicely, so this candle is definitely looking nice. Once we have a close below that 25,408 with a full body close, I'm then definitely sure that we continue down. Unless we have that, I'm not 100% sure yet. We will see it in the next 15 minutes. So in the next 15 minutes, if we start moving up a little bit and then in the next 7 minutes move down, we're continuing lower. So if it taps, once the candle opens in the next and it taps that valley gap first, and we see a reaction away from it, then I'm definitely sure that we go down. It's a bit like how candles move. So this would be already that 50 level that we came back to. Or almost. So 20 seconds, let's see if we create a 15-minute for valley gap, yes or no. We have a half hour too, that would look great. So we tapped it, look, this is what I wanted to see. We tapped it and now we're gonna flush down. So probably come all the way back to this gap right here. So got a 5-minute for valley gap just above that 62 level, so it can retrace all the way to here and then continue. I will not take another trade today, so I'll take this one off. I will not take that short. Nonetheless, it's perfectly fine to take, but I already said I wouldn't, and I got about 14 more minutes. And I have to keep my head in the game. I'll read the chat. Oh, did I miss something? Not kidding, my friend made trading software a second faster, and he's making minutes. Yeah, dude, definitely. Okay, wait. Okay, yes, bunch. Yeah, I know that we can trade copy of a live account. That I know, but then you have to put your own funds in it, of course. I'm not kidding. My friend made the trading software a second faster, and he's, yeah, of course. If you get triggered in a half a millisecond even faster than the rest of the companies, they would love to have your. I asked him to build a bot together. Nice. Yeah, true. No emotions, always better. Yeah, look, there are two main things on a bot. First of all, it's doable. The only thing that the bot does not see is where to take it to. It does not have emotions in how the market moves, but it does not have emotions either in whether to take profit or not take profit. That's something that's not as easily programmed into it. But except of that, anything is possible. You can always let me send me a mail. You can always let them connect with me, see if we can do something. The more people we can help, the better. Yeah, that's the mindset thing. Is no emotion is actually the reason why I'm wanted to make a book out of it, or making a book out of it. So you have a book, Quit Smoking, it's called, or Stop Smoking, it's called. By the end of reading that book, actually, you stop smoking because you programmed your brain into knowing that it has more negatives, not positive effects, smoking, than it has positive effects. That's why it helps. And this is the reason why I want to make a book like that also. I want to actually make a book that actually psychologically changes your thinking process by the end of reading that book so that you actually believe 100% in yourself without actually seeing the money move up and down. But if you want to have it easier, I would recommend using TradingView as your watch profile and your like I do. So I'm watching TradingView constantly without watching the other programs. So what do? I trade on this. I set my limits and everything on of it, and I actually go to my trading profile, put the same in, and close it, so I don't see it anymore. That's why I forgot to put up my limits. It's easier not seeing it for yourself. Oh, I missed that 50 level by a point. Yeah, almost 2 points. So this is what I meant by how the market should have moved. So before actually this next candle opened, I said I wanted to see it go up first, and then it will move further down. The reason why is it's a 15-minute valley gap, and it got triggered in immediately. So then the market should continue in that direction downwards if it wants to take that liquidity or that left open orders and then continue in that direction. You will see that happen a lot. So once we see an opening of a candle, it should naturally tap a valley gap and then continue in the direction it wants to go. If it holds value. So go up 9 more minutes and then I have to get off. I wish you all a very great trading session and the rest of London. This is the last live session for this week. Next week, again, same time, same place. It will be again 9 o'clock instead of 8. Have to read your thoughts, yeah. Yeah, it's just a mental program that you have to do. So that's just why we do those sentences. This is why I still have to send them to you, Dr. Woon. Remind me. I saw your chat, forgot to send them. This is why you actually reprogram your brain in training. So you have to be confident, you have to be okay, you have to let go, you have to follow a structured plan. If you can do those things, you'll be okay. Let God decide the outcome. You can only follow the process, the outcome is not in your hands. Because we don't move the market moves itself. So the outcome, what every trade does, is not in our hands. We can only follow a strategical plan that we can continually repeat over and over again, but that's not in our hands. The plan that we can follow is, the outcome is not. So this is something we cannot know before time actually presents itself. And this is why it's not easy, because your brain wants to protect yourself, and because of that, you can think differently. Because it's not in your hands. You cannot move, we cannot move the market, any ticks or any up or down movements. We can just follow along. Okay, I wish you all a great trading session. I have to go, guys. I've got a meeting in about a few minutes. See you all back on Mondays, and thank you for being here, like always. Enjoy.